He thought being 10 was hard, being famous before he knew that it was to be a human being. He thought being 18 was hard, going through adolescence with the eyes of the world upon him. 21 was hard too, feeling like a phony not fitting in, choosing plastic surgery, hoping it will be the solution to all his problems. He came to 30 with a desire to do good, but it was hard. While his career was history making, his life remained hard. 40, then 45. Harder than he ever dreamed possible. The end of 2003 and beginning of 2004 has been the worst period of time in Michael Jackson's life, making it even more unfortunate for him that he had, at the time the last edition of this book was published, been working, even if tentatively, on repairing his personal life as well as his career, trying to come to terms with the past and his father and other family members, and making important choices about how to handle their other problems in his life. Yet, he still had not made the most important decision of all, the one having to do with the ongoing habit of entertaining other people's children at Neverland. Such continual lapses in judgment and caution have caused another massive personal upheaval for him and a true crisis in his life. What a shame. There are no other words to describe the sight of Michael Jackson being led away in handcuffs, then the mugshot, then the arraignment on charges. Michael was at the Moritz Hotel Suite in Las Vegas on November 18th, 2003, when the police raid of Neverland, the second one in 10 years, occurred. He was shooting a video for a new song, One More Chance, written and produced by R. Kelly, who has also been arrested on accusations. However, there was no way for him to continue with the project. 70 officers had to stand upon the Jackson Ranch and spent 14 hours searching for evidence that might connect with him to the latest charges. I don't think I'll be able to go through it, he said, according to an aide who was present. Michael looked desperate and alone, said the aide, the very foundation of his soul shaken, but still there was a strong sense among people present that he had somehow brought onto himself. It's true that after the first allegations were made against him 10 years ago, Michael Jackson had every opportunity to change his behavior. He would have been smart to stop himself, not just from making obsequious comments about young people. I would die if there are no children in the world, but from seeking out the company of others people's offspring. At the very least, it seemed unwise and even foolhardy for a man once accused to continue having sleepovers with the children of strangers. After the Chandler case was resolved, May on Jackson's team hoped he would never again mention the subject of children, and certainly not to be seen on television cuddling them as he was on the controversial Martin Poop Smear documentary. As he had seen earlier during his interview with Poop Smear, Michael admitted sleeping in a bed with many children. When you say bed, you're thinking sexual, Michael said. It's not sexual. We're going to sleep. I tucked them in. It's very charming. It's very sweet. While watching Michael holding hands with the wide-eyed and starstruck youngster in the documentary, who was described as a cancer survivor and one who had been following Jackson's checkered story over the years and knew his troubled history with the parents of young boys, could sense trouble ahead. Indeed, a year later, that same boy is Michael's accuser. What was Michael Jackson thinking? He had been so emboldened by the solution to the Jordan Chandler problem that he was now arrogant about the way he lived his life. Did he not recognize the need to protect himself from the possibility of similar events? Was he so naive that he simply didn't understand the danger in which he continued to place himself by entertaining hundreds upon hundreds of children at his Neverland Ranch? Or one at least has to wonder, did he have the did he just have the most furniture cross paths with a family that is now out to get him and ruin him? 10 years earlier, even at the height of the Jordan Chandler scandal, matters didn't escalate to the point where an arrest warrant was filed against Michael. During the latest raid in 2003, if Michael had been home, he would have probably been taken to jail and booked immediately. The authorities had an arrest warrant with his name on it in an ambulance present in case he fainted. There was good reason for such concern about Michael's state of mind, though it seems unlikely that Santa Barbara District Attorney Tom Snedden was genuinely worried about him. Michael is so fragile a person, the Chandler case almost sent him over the brink. He had become addicted to drugs, and if not for the positive influence of Elizabeth Taylor and Lucy Marie Presley, he might never have been able to recover. However, he did recover and then paid Jordan millions of dollars to sell the matter in order that he be able to move forward on with his life. Though Michael was able to put the other case behind him, admitting guilt, in fact, with many declarations of innocence, his career never recovered. His record sales were never the same. There is hope that a 2003 CD, a greatest hits compilation called Number Ones, would help matters when issued in November. A single called One from it, One More Chance, a melodic tune with multi-layered and lush harmonies in the vein of some of the best 1980s works seemed poised for success. In the UK, the compilation found quick acceptance. Number one debuted at the top of the charts. One More Chance also hit. It's clear that Michael's British fans remain supportive. He also has the support of the Guardians of fans never to be in most other countries, but not in America. In the USA, he may never be able to rebound, especially now that he has been arrested. Indeed, in America, Number Ones was a huge commercial disappointment. Nowhere close to being considered a hit record. You have to stay strong, Michael's aide told him on the day of the Neverland raid. For your children, you have to be strong. Michael crumpled into a chair. I'll do the best I can, he said, but his voice trailed off as he buried his face into his hand. Oh my god, what a shock. I can't believe this has happened to me again.